President Horikita has some final remarks he'd like to share with you all.
The moderator stood aside as Horikita Manabu slowly took the stage and approached the microphone. Once, the younger Horikita would have shrunk back in fear at the sight of her brother. Now, she remained steadfast as she watched him leave his position so that the new president could be sworn in. I'm very proud to have led the student council for nearly 2 years. I'm also quite grateful. Thank you all very much, Horikita's older brother said to the crowd. His address was brief and unemotional, delivered with the air of a solemn obligation, and he retreated to his original position once it was done. The ceremony didn't end there. The other student council officers remained on the stage, their posture rigid.
President Horikita, thank you for all your hard work. Now then, we'd like to welcome Nagumo Miyabi, a second-year Class A and the next Student Council President, to say a few words.
Nagumo walked on stage and stood in front of the microphone. Ichinose, a first-year, was among the student council members who watched him attentively.
Hello, I'm Nagumo, second-year Class A. Student Council President Horikita, I sincerely appreciate the strict yet kind guidance you've shown me. Really, thank you. I'd like to express my respect for you, while also emphasizing what an honor it's been to serve alongside the most capable president in this school's history. You've exhibited the strongest leadership possible.
Nagumo bowed his head deeply toward Horikita's brother. Then he faced the student body once more.
Allow me to introduce myself again. My name is Nagumo Miyabi, and I will be assuming the position of Student Council President at the Tokyo Metropolitan Advanced Nurturing High School. I sincerely look forward to working with all of you.
Nagumo had behaved enigmatically during the sports festival. Now, he was the picture of politeness. However, that courtesy didn't last long. He donned a small, thin smile, and the atmosphere changed almost immediately.
This may be sudden, but for my first order of business, I pledge to change the term length for student council members, as well as the general election method. The previous student council president held the general election in October instead of December each year. This arrangement, which saw the next generation of leaders move into their roles early, yielded mixed results. Therefore, the new student council has determined that it's time to take things a step further. From now on, the student council president and officers will have indefinite terms while attending school, so that they may serve continuously until graduation. At the same time, we'll annul both the current general election system and any restrictions on the student council size. The council will constantly accept new officers. In other words, an excellent candidate may join the student council no matter how many people are currently on it. Also, if someone is determined to be unfit for office, they can be removed by a majority vote. Please allow me to confirm this to all students, teachers, and student council members who served under the previous president. To bring this school into the future, I intend to thoroughly destroy the past. That includes earlier notions of how a school should operate, upheld by the old student councils.
Nagumo spoke forcefully, as if he meant his remarks to deny the achievements of the previous student council president, who still stood right behind him.
I wanted to implement these changes at once. Unfortunately, a newly elected president must deal with many obligations and restrictions first.
Nagumo glanced at Horikita, then immediately turned back to the student body.
A revolution is coming. Students with real ability will rise to the top, and students without any will fall. I intend to turn this school into a true meritocracy, so please, give me everything you've got. I look forward to seeing what you can do.